Inbound.
All right. Shalom, shalom. As always, I want to start off, of course, giving infinite praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Chachapadash. That will honor to our apostles, our elders, a great millstone, who rule well, teach you on sound doctrine. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom to the hopeful elect, and the rest of the large multitude, men, women, and children. But the Lord will have mercy on these last days, man. That's your brother Chadash, coming from a GMS branch here in Cleveland. Lord willing, it's edifying. All right. I haven't did one of these episodes in a minute, but just this specific episode, but in the news, right? In the news, right? As the elder brother Hawal is going to. All right. So in the news, man, a couple things I just want to show, man. It's a lot actually. And Lord willing, whatever precepts come to mind. All right. First things first. All right. All right, first things first. All right, we're gonna show this first. All right, because you have a lot happening in the news, man. A lot of stuff happening in the news, man. Okay, a lot of stuff. All right, we're just gonna show a couple. All right, then close out. All right, it says Oakland council member calls on National Guard to combat violent crime. All right, because and this is, and we've seen this movie before. Where with the George Floyd situation, where they the cops were overran. Okay, so now you have to call in the military to combat the situation, right? We understand what they're trying to push, all right, and what they're trying to get at, man. Now listen to what they say in this quick little video.
A crime in Oakland has prompted one city council member to call for the National Guard to come to the Bay Area. And while some city leaders think the idea is too extreme, the president of the police union says the National Guard might be just what the city needs to prevent so much violent crime. Crown 4's Hazik Medyoun reports.
Take a close look at this video of a dangerous drive-by shooting. Witnesses say luckily no one was seriously injured. It happened Sunday, June 5th, near the intersection of 35th Avenue and Foothill Boulevard in the city of Oakland. Here is another video recorded on May 12, 2022, at that same location. It starts as a robbery of customers waiting for their orders at a taco truck. Then, one of the robbers pulls out a gun and shoots one of the victims. OPD investigators confirm this shooting was deadly. These shootings are part of an accumulation of violent crime this year in Oakland City Council member Noel Giles' Fruitvale district, prompting him to make this call.
And the only choice that I have, considering what's going on in my neighborhood, is call the National Guard. The reality is we're 100 police officers short, and it's going to be a while for us to catch up.
And I really want us to focus more on hiring our Oakland-grown officers.
Giles' Oakland City Council colleague, Shang Tao, explains why she does not want to see the National Guard in Oakland.
I do think that calling in the National Guard is an extreme measure, one that could put our civil liberties in possible jeopardy while we're doing everyday things like hanging out at Lake Merritt, going to farmers markets, taking our kids to school.
The situation is so dire that we'll take all the help we can get.
In fact, the president of the union that represents Oakland police officers, Barry Donnellan, says the National Guard would be an immediate deterrent to shooting scenes like these.
But what it is more than anything else is it puts a presence on the street that deters violent crime. Like we saw in East Oakland last night was a shootout between multiple groups that ended in two shots, one of whom has died. The fact that there's a presence on the street would help deter that kind of just gratuitous violence that we're seeing on a nightly basis here in Oakland.
Ultimately, it is the mayor's call to ask the governor to send in the National Guard. We reached out to Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf to get her thoughts, but she was not available for comments on this issue. Hazik Medyoun, Crown 4 News.
Right. All right. So that's the first video. All right. So you see here, boom. They're calling in a National Guard to try to combat the situation, the crime, because it's too high, it's too much for them to do themselves.
National Guard.
Okay. And as you can see that you see what's on the screen right there, you know. So this is called witchcraft, man, you know, sorcery. You know, these different things that they conjure up behind the scenes, man, are starting to come forth and manifest themselves, man. It's the shape of a Ouija board, you know, piece with the head right there with the, you know. So I mean, he's showing you his horns, man. Okay, he's getting ready to come down with violent a violent force, man. That flood, as the scriptures goes into. All right. Now it's a compilation of different clips and videos. Now, before I show, let me see. Before I show, well, it's a lot, man. All right, so here, before I get this, all right, we get a scripture real quick. Matthew 24:10. It says, "And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another, and many false prophets shall arise, and shall deceive many, and because of iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, and because iniquity shall abound." Okay, iniquity is sin upon sin. So what you're starting to see, okay, more of is lawlessness increasing to the point that it's overwhelming the officials that are put in a position to what? Protect and serve. You heard the councilman say 100 members. Okay, not only are they overwhelmed with the crime, but they're overwhelmed with the government is pushing. Okay, you know what I'm going into on the state of the world. Okay, these different mandates and these different things that's being issued out, man. These people are leaving these essential jobs, okay, for the sake of they feel like their human rights, as they put it. Okay, so he said they're 100 guards short, which they feel like this is all purposely designed, man. Okay, and then again, it says because of iniquity shall abound, right? Meaning the height of sin you're seeing in the streets, man. You're seeing all over the world. The love of many shall wax cold. So that's why you're getting more and more cases like these two you see here. Okay, these three. Okay, broad daylight. Okay, and look, when you look at this clip, okay, when you look at this clip, I'm gonna just fast forward to the part, man. When you look at this clip, you're gonna see people just walking past while this whole shootout is happening. You saw a couple people running, but this is starting to become the norm. See, these people is not, they starting to see this on an everyday basis, man. Okay, I played a clip on one of the in the news, like probably last month or so. The guy, oh no, I don't think I played it. I think I talked about it. Either way, this guy did a social experiment where he would act like he was kidnapping a young child or a woman or whatever, and he'll grab her, and she was in on it too, but he'll grab her and pull her in the alley, and these guys were just walking right past. So the love of many is waxing cold, man. These people was caring less and less because they're seeing it more and more in broad daylight, man. I'm gonna show this little quick clip right here. This is a quick example. Are these three guys? All right.
Street. The man in the white is Gregory Japan Jackson, according to the district attorney's office. U.S. Marshals confirm the man in denim is 34-year-old Rashawn Vereen. As the two approach this man in black, who the DA's office identified as Micah Towns, Jackson pulls out a gun. Then Vereen grabs Towns. The three struggle and fight, with Towns being thrown first against a window, then to the ground in the middle of the street. That's when Jackson fires. From the ground, Towns takes out a gun and fires back at Jackson and Vereen as the two run away. Jackson is hit and falls to the ground. He crawls away, but won't get up again. Towns shuffles back to the...
Right, you look at the people in the background. Let me see if I get it. Oh my God, bro. All right, so you see this guy right there in the background.
Towns
just looking, just watching the whole thing, man. And there's a bunch of bullets being shot, man.
Shuffles back to the other side of the street, and police finally run up. But you can see bullets are still flying at this point. The video seems to then show Vereen pick up something. Authorities say that it's Jackson's gun. Vereen then stays with Jackson as he bled out on the sidewalk. Vereen was arrested by U.S. Marshals last night and is now facing attempted murder charges. Towns is considered a victim by the DA's office.
Right. So you're starting to see the people of not reacting like a normal person would, you know what I'm saying, when you know these type of things is taking place, man. Okay, this is another one.
A Milwaukee man is now charged, accused of
In broad daylight. The love of many, as we brought out, waxing cold.
shooting
Man.
at another man more than 40 times. The victim had 80 gunshot wounds. He did not survive. Cassidy Williams is live to.
This man, look, shot this man 40 times. Well, it says shot 40 times, 80 gunshot wounds. This man had 80 gunshot wounds, man. You know? The Lord, Yahweh Bashmi Awashah is stirring things up, man. Okay, so other things can be, you know, pushed. Okay, you got to have martial law, and you got to have these different internment camps and these different things pushed at a mass scale. You got to have a reason to have these. See, he don't want to look like the bad guy, even though the world know he is. I'm talking about Sleazy E. So he has to have a reason to, you know, okay, well, we had this internment camp because, you know, the crimes escalated to a certain level, and we end up using those camps to put other, you know what I'm saying? So he has to have, because he's trying to play the Most High, he has to have a reason to do things, you know what I'm saying? So he could be won't look like the bad guy, man. Okay.
Tonight with the new insight into the investigation and the charges now filed. Cassidy?
26-year-old Jose Davila Gali is now charged with first-degree intentional homicide. Prosecutors say both his truck and his gun connect him to the shooting. Dozens of gunshots were fired at a car during the early morning of May 15th. 28-year-old Juan Luis Estela Ortiz was in the driver's seat. Court records say he had 80 gunshot wounds.
80 gunshot wounds, man. Now, is this man gonna do that to an Edomite, or you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You know, and this is showing you that the Lord is you know, and as you can see the clips on the right hand side, man. Yahweh Shemiah Rashad, he's not playing, man. He's about to really turn the heat up. 80 gunshot wounds, man.
Ortiz's family in Puerto Rico told Fox 6 he was a humble man who helped everyone. They say they will miss his smile and the love he shared with his family. Witnesses who saw the shooting described it to Fox 6 the next day.
That was an overkill to shoot that many times.
Prosecutors say the shooter is this man, 26-year-old Jose Davila Gali. He had his first court appearance Monday. According to court records, surveillance video shows a truck circling the area before the shooting. Then 2.5 weeks later, on June 1st, officers found Gali driving that truck and trying to pull him over. There then was a chase. When the chase ended, Gali's pregnant wife in the passenger seat was found with a gun. An analyst determined that gun matched the 48 bullet casings found at the scene.
Right, that's another one. And this one right here, okay, 7 hours ago.
She stabbed me right in my heart, and it was like, she said the B word, it was like, you could die. And I was still in shock.
Sitting in a hospital.
Hold up.
She stabbed me right in my heart, and it was like, she said the B word, it was like, you could die. And I was still in shock.
Sitting in a hospital bed with a 12-inch scar down the middle of her chest. Ashley Williams in here because she says her mom stabbed her.
Only thing I recall is her coming at me like with the knife. Like, I didn't even see my mom. I seen a demon, like a real demon. Like, she had veins in her head. Her eyeballs was popping out.
It happened on Ashley's 34th birthday.
And what you're starting to see is more and more of the worlds of the spiritual realm and the physical realm clashing. More, you're starting to see more of the spiritual things happening and right in front of you. Because, you know, it was a time period where you don't hear about a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Now that Yahweh Bashmi Awashah has used, like, you know, the internet and different things to expose more things in the world and access, you have access to different things. Now you're starting to hear and see more of these things play out. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is doing, man. He's stirring things up, man. Okay, he's putting a certain spirit on the people who's actually hearing these different things. Okay, the family members that's that's affected. All these different things is going to play a part in how one acts when Jacob's trouble kick in. Okay, how different things play out here in the near future, man. All these things are going to trigger different emotions, okay, and different things when they're faced with their back against the wall, man. This is why people will lash out and act the way they do. When they're a child, certain things is done in front of them, and then when they get older, they lash out according to different things that they might have seen. So that's what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is doing, man.
Birthday earlier this month at her mom's home off Myers Road on Detroit's west side. They were celebrating at first. Then at the end of the night, Ashley says her mom just snapped, coming at her with a kitchen knife.
I love my mom, and the whole thing is I really, like I've been saying, like I don't want her to go to prison for a long time, but I want her to know that she can't keep getting away with stuff.
Hard to believe she can say that just 2 weeks after being stabbed in the heart. Ashley says her mom battles with alcoholism, but Ashley, the oldest sibling, still looks after her. Even the day this...
All right, that's enough on that. Just showing you real quick, a couple of things that's in the news, man, is taking place, because the love of many is waxing cold, man. Right? Now I'm doing this lesson on my computer. I usually do these lessons on my phone, but I don't got no storage in the live. My Bison is not acting right. Satan. But all right, so here's a clip real quick. Let's segue into something else. All right, here's a quick clip. It's a lot of stuff going on, man. People are feeling this, man. They're feeling it. Okay, you just had in the news where you had the U.S. Okay, the U.S. didn't invite Venezuela, Nicaragua. I can never say that. Nicaraguan, all right, governments to the American summit. Okay, they didn't invite them to the American summit, and which also is going to fit into prophecy because you have Venezuela, who's been for some years now. They're really allies. Okay, with Russia, man. They're really allies with Russia. Okay, so you have matter of fact, let me read this article real quick. It says Ukraine crisis, Venezuela assures strong support to Russia. Okay, while the U.S. is supporting Ukraine, Venezuela is having such strong support for Russia, man. As you can see here. All right, in this article here, it says, in a call with Putin, Venezuelan president also condemned stabilizing actions of the United States and NATO, right? And rare backing for Russia. So let me go to this one. It says Venezuela's leader pledges military cooperation with Russia. Okay. And what this means is that because that means that. And also, what he said was, he said he gives permission to Vladimir. Okay, he gives permission. Like it. He gives permission for Russian troops to to help in the need of aid, man. So, which means that they're right at while the government is trying to be on the back door of Russia also has access to the back door of the US, man, by being allies with Venezuela, being right there, all right, at the door, man. All right, I'm gonna play this quick video. You have a lot of famines and different things, all right, emerging as well. Here in Ohio, okay, we're in Cleveland, but in Columbus, you have a massive power outage right now, man. Okay. See that? A massive power outage continues in Columbus area, leaving residents to struggle with heat. All right, and if you didn't know, today we had a massive heat wave, man. It was ridiculously hot, man. Okay, it was so hot that you couldn't, when you had the window down to try to get air in your vehicle, that the hot air made your car hot again. Okay, you couldn't even have the window down. You had to have the AC on, but the heat overpowered the AC inside the car if you had the window down, man. We know from firsthand, man. Okay, it says power to be restored Thursday after intentional AEP outage for nearly 170. Intentional AEP outage for nearly 170,000 in Columbus, man. Dangerous heat wave and power outages hit Central Ohio. And that's what we see, these heat waves. And also a result of this heat wave, let's look at this. You see, the heat wave, it has hit the cattle. Okay, and you also have that's a big thing because of the famine. Let me get this quick preset real quick. Let me get this quick preset real quick because I got another clip. Let me pull a clip up too. I got another clip I'm gonna show real quick because there's a farmer lady describing the effects of not being.
Understand people being concerned about the gap.
All right. So second, let me get this preset. Second Esdras 15 and 11. It says, "Behold, second Esdras 15 and 11. Behold, I will bring." Make sure I was locking. All right, there we go. It says, second Esdras 15 and 11. Behold, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. So the Lord is starting to smite Egypt with plagues as before, man. Okay, these different things that you're seeing on the earth, okay, the scriptures tell you in Ecclesiastes 1, there is no thing new under the sun, man. All right. So these different things that you're seeing on the earth, the Lord is doing for scourges of amendment. Okay, he's using this as correction and reproof. Okay, because these spirits that are being stirred up, they're appeasing the wrath of him that made them. That like it says in second Sirach 39. All right, so they're appeasing the wrath of the Lord, man. They're doing exactly what he sent them out to do. There be spirits created for vengeance, and on fury lay on sore strokes, man. The right hand energy and the left hand energy, man. That comes from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. He created these things for the purpose of balance, man. Okay, so the Lord is smiting Egypt with plagues as before, man. It says Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. Okay, they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hell with a fearful constellation. Okay, and this is an example real quick. Let me show you.
I understand people being concerned about gas prices, but what you really need to be concerned about is what your food pricing is about to jump to. Okay? Calves and babies are just now being born. Keep that in mind. So the cost to raise them hasn't hit yet. This bale of hay last year was $4. Bag of grain last year was $6. This trunk full in here last year would have cost me $14. Today, $20 for a bale of hay, $18 for a bag of grain. I got 2 bales in here. It's $58 worth of food. Last just my goats and my horses 2 days. That's it. Wait until the prices catch up with your slaughter market when we start rendering animals in the fall. Prepare for $17 a pound chicken, $25 a pound bacon, $30, $40 a pound beef. It is coming. It's not a joke. Please be cautious. Please prepare.
You see,
be cautious. Please.
These people are panicking, man. You know, these people are panicking. I got one more. Because E's starting to feel it too.
$98 fucking dollars to fill up the tank today. $98 fucking dollars. $98 fucking dollars. I have to decide between buying gas or buying food. And guess who wins? Because I have to get to the job that I need to fucking buy anything at all. That doesn't pay me enough. And people want to donate $1,000 to fucking cats. $98 goddamn dollars at Costco to fill up my tank. $98. $5.50 a tank. $5.50 a gallon at Costco. $5.50 a gallon at Costco. This is the work of the fucking religious right. Listen to Robert Reich, who clearly who gives us all of the evidence about how our poverty is a choice that our government made for us. A CEO is not worth 351 times what I get paid. Ever. Fuck you, religious right, who are doing this and have been doing this to us. Let me repeat, I have to decide between buying food or gas. Guess which one wins?
Yeah, you know, they feel it. These people are feeling it, man. They're starting to feel it, you know. And all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man, because that means we're that much closer to salvation, man. You know, that we're that much closer to salvation. Man, what I was about to do, let me see something real quick. These people is feeling it, man. It's 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man should desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And that's what we're getting ready to come to. All right, you heard them say we need the troops because they're lacking police force. And not only just in Oakland, you're lacking police force all over the country. For because of their pride, the city should be troubled, the house should be destroyed, and men should be afraid. You see? And people are afraid, man, because this is a hypocritical nation, man. Like the Lord told Israel, you know, Israel is a hypocritical nation because because they follow after the ways of the heathens, man, the nations, man. Okay? Isaiah 33, 14. If the sinners in the Zion are afraid, fearfulness have surprised the hypocrites. You see, our people are a bunch of hypocritical people, man. Okay, imposters, wearing masks. So all these different things, they're acting like this shit is not taking place in the world, and this shit's not at the everything that you're seeing across the board, from finances to everything, the economy, everything that has taken place in the world, you're seeing it now happening again. But they're talking about these things are the worst it's ever been ever. Certain numbers they're showing, they say it's never been like this. They, so these different things are showing you that the times we're living in is about the bubble is about to pop. Okay, who among us shall dwell with the divine fire? Who among us shall dwell with everlasting burnings? 2 Ezra 15 and 17, a man should desire to go into a city and should not be able. And that's what we're starting to see out there in Oakland. Okay, the cracking down, and they're going to put, these different checkpoints and, these different ways that you have to check in to enter in, man. All right, it's going to get that bad. Okay, the scriptures tell you in Jeremiah 30 and 7, at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. So that these things is coming, man. These is nothing like what's about to come, and we're starting to see that within the statistics of America, man, and statistics of the world. The things that they're comparing to the stuff that's happening now, and they're comparing it to different times in history, is never been like it is now, man. So the Lord says, that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. The elect of Israel is going to be saved out of this trouble that the Lord is about to bring, man. Okay. Daniel 12 and 1. At that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of our people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. The time that's coming, man, it's like none other, man. Okay. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that should be found in the book, which is the elect, and a large multitude of men, women, and children. So going back, it says, man should desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, right? Because of their pride, the fearfulness surprised the hypocrites, man. Okay, because of their pride, the things that when the bubble pop, they're gonna be in fear. But it's hypocritical because the whole time they act like they shit didn't stink. They act like they can get past it. They act they was their own God, their own savior. Man can't save us, man. We need the divine intervention from Yahweh Shai. He told us that in Deuteronomy 28:68. No man shall buy you, meaning no man shall redeem me. The city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, man. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. You see, and that's what we're starting to see. I know a couple of videos that I played, man. Okay, rumors of wars. Okay, let's grab that. Just thinking about the videos, that that I played. This is Matthew 24, and I'm gonna start at 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, never, ever. No, nor ever shall be. Third time, 3 witnesses of the time that we're approaching has never been done on the earth. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, the days should be shortened. Right. So that's why the Lord is speeding these different things up, man. Okay, and allowing these different what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? These different I don't know the word I'm looking for, but the Lord is allowing these different things to take place at such a gruesome scale, man. It's gruesome to the world, but it's beautiful to us, man, that understand. Okay, so the Lord has to shorten these days, man. Because why? Because no flesh will be saved, man. What I was about to get, man. Forgot, Salaki. Damn, I forgot. I feel rumored. Shit. I was in Matthew 24. I'm just for the sake of time. All right, let me just go back to it. All right, this is Matthew 24. I know. Damn, I'm drawing a blank, man. What the hell? You know, but the Lord spoke about these things to his apostles, okay, and to the men of the Lord. The men of the Lord understand exactly what's going on in the world, man. That's why the scriptures tell you wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of our time in Isaiah 33:6. You know, because that's going to be able to keep us stable and be able to move through, society. All right, with discretion, man, discretion. All right, this is Matthew 24:6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars, of rumors and wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There should be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places." Okay, this is what This is what we're starting to see now, man. These different. You have multiple earthquakes every day. Okay, famines, pestilence. That's what we're seeing now in those clips that I showed and these stills that I had, man. Nation rising against nation. Okay, the house is coming down, man. Okay, the rumors of wars. Okay, the Pope stated himself that we are in World War III. You know, so these different things, man. You know, it's beautiful to see, man. All right, so I just wanted to show that, man. All right, again, I want to give all honor and glory, infinite praise and worship to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachapadash. That honors our apostle. It was a great millstone again. Who will teach you on sound doctrine, strong shalom to the hopeful elect, and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children, that the Lord will have mercy on in these last days, man. Okay, so Lord willing, this is edifying again to the elect member, sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, just in the news, some through the spirit. Till next time, shalom.